All right, dude.
Well, hello, Colorado, and welcome to another episode of Rearden Strategic Podcast. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're enjoying the beautiful weather out right now, and I hope you're resisting all the government tyranny we're facing. Hey, Joe, how you doing today?
You know, I've had some better days considering how stir crazy I'm getting. Seems like whenever the rain comes down outside, you say beautiful day, it's actually a crappy day. But I can't get outside, couldn't walk today. And then I started thinking about things I'd rather be doing, like snowboarding and wakeboarding. Oh, except for Polis has shut everything down, so I can't even go outside and snowboard right now with what's left of the spring. If there is any up there, I wouldn't even know because I haven't been there. But in all reality, in all seriousness, I mean, watching Polis yesterday with the whole trip to D.C. to hang out with the president and talk to Trump and, you know, and then he sits there and he lied. He says, oh, Colorado's open for business. We're basically opened up. He's telling the president that. Last I checked, we're over 300,000 people facing unemployment right now, and there's businesses being shut down as we speak.
Oh, exactly. I mean, talk about out of touch. Polis is out in his mansion, his governor's mansion and his mansion in Boulder, sitting on his millions of dollars and not suffering at all like the common person here in Colorado. I mean, We're hearing stories every day. Most recently, the Castle Rock CNC Coffee, this one made international news. I mean, this is on news everywhere across the country. I talked to a friend, a coworker who's down in Florida right now. He saw it on the news down there that this Castle Rock CNC Coffee was open for Mother's Day, heroic stand against the state oppression, and now their license is suspended indefinitely. Clearly, they're trying to be made an example of. I mean, it's just completely ridiculous. But I saw an article today, great news though, they're over $28,000 raised on their GoFundMe for this CNC Coffee and Kitchen down in Castle Rock. I mean, and that's climbing. It's gone up a couple thousand, I think, today. So pretty interesting stuff, seeing that people are definitely getting fed up on it. We're seeing hundreds and hundreds of people disobeying the government orders and coming together to support these businesses that are being destroyed.
Yeah, totally. And I'm gonna go ahead and where we've been posting these videos, I'll go ahead and post up the GoFundMe page on the Take Back Colorado Facebook page. Everybody should go there, chip in $5 or $10, help these people out. I mean, you're talking about, this is America. This is supposed to be where we can live the American dream. And these folks have worked their tails off, their butts off to get out there and start something and create a business, employ people. And they're giving a service to the people that obviously we saw on Mother's Day. The place was packed. And this wasn't a hurting business before this so-called pandemic. This was a thriving business that now, after government mandates by Jared Polis and the health departments that aren't elected, that are appointed, have come in and just arbitrarily shut everybody down. That's what's killed in the business. It ain't the pandemic. It's tyrannical politicians and unelected bureaucrats that have decided to take control of these people's poor business and shut them down. So CNC Coffee Shop, kudos to you guys. Bravo Zulu, as we'd say in the military, and definitely chip in $5 or $10 to help them out. I'll post it up on the Take Back Colorado Facebook page. So anybody there, go there, chip in, give them $5, $10 or whatever you can afford. So at least when this is all done and we finally finish this, they can maybe start fresh.
Oh, that's great. And Joe, you brought up a great point, a point that needs to be hammered home. And that is the Deceptive Media, who in every article you see says, oh, the economy's failing because of COVID pandemic. The businesses are shuttering because of COVID, the unemployment. I mean, the economy's not suffering because of that. It's because of the government response to this mild, potentially mild flu-like disease that's circulating around society. It's not the virus itself that's causing the trouble, folks.
No.
It is the government response. And it just illustrates a point that I always want to make, and that's the government only has one solution to society's problems, and that is violence. And that's the fundamental problem with government, is that their solution is always violence, either engaging in violence against your business, yourself, or your property. And hopefully more people wake up and realize what's going on, and we take some of our rights back that are being infringed upon us.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the fact that, you got a bunch of poli-sci majors and a bunch of idiots in the press that got their journalism degree because they didn't know how to get a business degree. But yet now the journalism degree folks are the ones telling the business degree folks how to manage their business.
Right.
What kind of crap are we living in right now where you've got these insane situations where Kyle Clark, of all people, who's a total twit, he doesn't have any clue about business. He doesn't run a business. He doesn't know how to run a business. But now all of a sudden, not only is he like an expert in medicine and and everything else, he's an expert in economics too all of a sudden, because that doesn't matter. So he sits out there and spews stuff, and a lot of the rest of the press, it's not just him alone. And of course, then you got the political class just taking the cues from the press like they always do. And now you have people suffering, people out of work, people without money to pay their bills. This is a tragedy, and it falls right on the politicians who've decided that they're going to go ahead and put everything in their hands. This falls on Polis's hands.
Definitely.
The economy, the failure of the economy, the loss of jobs. You know what? I'm going to go as far as saying that the alcoholism rates that are going to climb, the domestic violence cases that are climbing, the suicide rates that are climbing, all those things, they fall on the political class's hands, and that starts with Jared Polis. He has a chance to open this place up now, and he needs to open it up now. It's on him. The legislature's not in session. They're not there to put him in check. He could bring this all back. But instead, he's letting it just slide by because he's only worried about one thing, his reputation with the medical community. He's not worried about the people that are losing their jobs, that are suffering now from mental health and all these other problems that we're going to have for years to come, by the way.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I saw a great article written online, and I don't know if she lives in Colorado, but a woman named Becky Ayers, and she came up with a great little nickname for him. She just called him Jared Pol Pot Polis. Out of touch, Jared Pol Pot Polis. And he was whining recently about this CNC coffee being shut down. And quote, he said, "I love my mom far too much to put her at risk by visiting a busy restaurant operating illegally, just to take a selfie with omelets and a mimosa. Colorado, America, we are better than that," end quote. I mean, how out of touch is this guy? He's thinking that people are out there to drink mimosas and take selfies with their omelets. These people are struggling to pay their bills. These people are actually trying to provide a meal for their families, to stay out of debt. I mean, it's completely ridiculous how out of touch these people are in the political class. And then not to mention the hypocrisy we saw this week. So, Elon Musk and Tesla got a lot of news in California for reopening his facility in defiance of the government's orders in
Right.
California. And here comes Polis tweeting saying, "Hey, Tesla, come to Colorado. We're a great freedom-loving place." I mean, talk about hypocrisy. He wants this guy to move here and open up a business here, and at the same time, he's shutting down these mom and pop businesses and sending basically goons and bureaucrats, threatening them with jail time if they don't close down. I mean, it's completely hypocritical and out of touch with the people of Colorado. And I hope more people will see what's going on and get out of this echo chamber of the mainstream media and the political class just feeding off each other.
It's tyrannical. I mean, yeah, we're not supposed to call them socialists or anything, right? Because that's politically incorrect. I'm sorry. Shutting people's businesses down and putting them out of work. I mean, he doesn't even probably care what happens to these folks after the business shuts down, right? Like, he wants to shut the business down. But last I checked, everybody that went into that place on Mother's Day, including my brother who lives in Castle Rock, and there his constituents, Patrick Neville, who's done a good job, he went down there on his own free will. And he told me about it. He said everybody in there was there on their own free will. They were wearing masks or not on their own free will. And that's their right. But Polis doesn't care. He's shutting it down. He doesn't understand Castle Rock at all. Yeah, he's a tyrant. This is over the top, and he's no different than the governor of Michigan or any of these other states where they've gone way overboard. And then to make matters worse, he's a liar. How do you go to D.C., talk to the president, and say that things are open, basically, in Colorado, but yet you just shut down a business? You just threatened to fine and imprison somebody in Castle Rock for having a business open. It's disgusting. But yet, I'll take one more hypocritical thing about it. You would let the people of Home Depot, Walmart, and Democrats, right? Democrats are all about the little guy. But Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, all these big companies, the big grocery chains. Now you're inviting Tesla here, Amazon, that's in Colorado. They're all open. They're all open, which is great. God bless America. I want them open. But then you shut down a little coffee shop. And you shut down and you threaten churches. I mean, that's what's disgusting about this whole thing is the hypocrisy. If you're a millionaire and a billionaire, or you're a member of the government, because last time I checked, Polis still has a paycheck.
Right.
You're worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and you're still taking a government salary, and you have a paycheck along with the legislature, but you're going to shut this coffee shop down. Shame on you. You're a hypocritical liar, Polis. That's what you are.